to the Fulani elites that are calling the Igbos, prescribing the Igbos as terrorists. It has never happened in the history of the world. The Igbos are not terrorists, they are Biafrans. They're working hard to make sure that Biafra sit away from Nigeria. Why have you not controlled the headers? Why have you not controlled the Miyetti Allah, group that has been causing this havoc across Nigeria farmlands? Okay. Very, very plausible, very, very applaudable. I'm clapping for United States most resilient in the recent time after the death of Ronald Reagan in 2004. Then we've seen another cowboy. Donald Trump is another Ronald Reagan in the American system. And he has actually come to revamp America, revive America, and America has actually become true America. See, proscription of Miyetti Allah is a very, very heart-rendering achievement in his how many months administration of his second coming. Donald Trump is Mr. Trumpet. I always call him Mr. Trumpet due to the kind of truth, due to the kind of personality he has. He is somebody that doesn't pet the truth. He always exposes the truth so that the world can say the truth. See, Miyetti Allah controlled the cattle rearers across West Africa. And they are in Mali, they are in Senegal, they are in Nigeria, they are in Gambia, they are in Niger, they are in Chad. They are everywhere in West Africa buying Christians. Miyetti Allah are Islamic radicalists. Yes. They are Muslim radicalists. They are extremists. The reason for killing farmers is nothing. It's just for religious purpose. And it is part of the Islamic agenda, Islamization agenda. Ottoman Dafodio started since 18th century. And it is on course. It is ongoing. That's why the cattle rearers, they all of a sudden turn themselves to monsters. Across the farmland in Nigeria, they are killing and maiming farmers. In Benue State, farmers. In Taraba, farmers. In Southern Kaduna, farmers. In Anambra State, farmers. In Enugu State, farmers. All over Mid-Belt and Southeastern Nigeria, buying and unaliving Christian farmers. And today, Trump has been asking, questioning Nigerian current administration under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, why and who are killing Christians in Nigeria? Why are Christians dying, being killed and maimed by the Fulani terrorists? It is not the right time for you to declare, prescribe Miyetti Allah as a terrorist organization. No answer was given by this current administration. This current administration rebuffed Trump and started lying, telling Donald Trump lies and after lies. The Miyetti Allah are a terrorist organization. Why? Because of their modus operandi. The way they operate is exactly how Al-Shabaab, how Boko Haram, and other terrorist organizations around the world operate. So why are we hiding what is bad? That's why Donald Trump has made his stance clear that he's coming to visit Nigeria by sending his emissaries, the one that will visit Nnamdi Kanu's court hearing come 21st, and the American military forces that will come into Nigeria to at least greet those terrorists in Sambisa Forest, in Adamawa Forest, in Ondo Forest, in Enugu Forest. It cut across the country. Everywhere there is farmland in Nigeria. Miyetti Allah terrorists, they are hiding in the forest, in the bushes over there to buy these alive and unalive farmers across Nigeria. And the current food drought we are having in Nigeria is as a result of encroachment of Fulani headers who have been at least, killing farmers for how many years? Since administration of Jonathan and Yaradua, the headers has been killing and killing, maiming and maiming, decimating farmers across Nigeria. They don't allow the farmers anymore into their farmlands. All they do is wander from place to place, grazing the farmlands of various Nigerian farmers, killing and annihilating those farmers. That's why basket food of the country, state of the country now, Benue State, is no longer farming. They are no longer going to farm because Fulani herdsmen has taken over all their lands, and Nigerian government is looking like mumu. They are playing politics with our lives. How could Fulani herders, cattle rearers, be going with AK-47 and AK-49? Is it their human rights? Is it a constitutional right? And then the only Nigerian that are rearing animals, there are many animal rearers in the southwestern Nigeria, yet they don't wield cutlass or machete. The Fulani man that is rearing cattle from Mali, from Niger, from Burkina Faso, from Senegambia, grazing all our farmland in Nigeria, are wielding AK-47 because they are joining forces with their local Fulani, Nigerian Fulani, together to attack Hausa farmers, to attack Igbo farmers, to attack everybody in their farmlands in Nigeria. See, it is uncalled for. And this time around, we've seen a situation whereby America has actually confirmed that since 2015 of Buhari administration, Christians were subjected to this kind of bloody confrontation by animal rearers, Fulani from Senegambia.
But with what is happening now, we've seen what the Trump government is trying to do by withdrawing the USA ID support from Nigeria. We've also seen Trump and the US Congress declaring that Tinubu and the Nigeria government to stop the killings of Christians in Nigeria. Do you not think that Trump and his government are heading towards the Biafra declaration?
Yeah, let me tell you, US aid, the money coming into Nigeria from that platform has been used to sponsor terrorists, Boko Haram bandits over the years, even during the administration of Obama, during the administration of Joe Biden. They used the money to sponsor Boko Harams and other insurgents hiding in Sambisa forest. And now that Trump has come and revealed the truth, America is going to do something about it. No more US aid in Nigeria, no more US aid in the Middle East. The one they are using in the Middle East, they use it to sponsor Hamas and Hezbollah. And today, Mr. Truth, which is Donald Trump, has actually come to stop this wicked, hostilities from the Fulanis, from the Arabs, from the Nigerian politicians. And today I'm telling you that virtually the whole political elites in the north actually know that the USAID is being used to sponsor terrorist groups. What about the list that were written, sent from UAE into Nigeria, the sponsors of Boko Haram and other insurgents in Nigeria? The list, their name, were running up to 350. Why not implement investigations to unveil the names of those behind the sponsorship? See, what I'm seeing here is that actually Trump has come, and America itself is very, very serious to make sure that they curb the menace of Fulani, radical Islamists across Nigeria. They are the ones responsible for killings of the Christians. And I'm telling you that the last attack in Ondo State, the farmers killed over there were Christians. The last attack in Benue State and Enugu State, the farmers killed over there were Christians. The last attack in Ebonyi State, Imo State, and the Ekiti State, they were all Christians. They actually made sure that they disallowed them. They killed all of them because someone is behind them. The sponsors are still there because the current administration has never been able to explain to Nigerians, let alone Americans, reasons why Christians are dying on the daily basis. The Fulani elders are buying Christians. Why? What are the reasons? Then again, you've not been able to prescribe the Miyetti Allah and the kinsmen and the herdsmen. Why didn't you prescribe them so far? Why are you still giving listening ears to the Fulani elites that are calling the Igbos, prescribing the Igbos as terrorists? It has never happened in the history of the world. The Igbos are not terrorists, they are Biafrans, working hard to make sure that Biafra sit away from Nigeria. Why have you not controlled the headers? Why have you not controlled the Miyetti Allah, group that has been causing this havoc across Nigeria farmlands?
Okay. With this now, is Biafra sacrosanct? Biafra declaration, is it sacrosanct with what is going on? With what
declaration of Biafra is now sacrosanct because it is a sure deal that should be sealed very soon. We've actually seen the reason why there are many themes and subject matters discussed in the past why and how Biafra should be, you know, a seeded country from Nigeria. And that is what is happening currently. They are killing and attacking the Igbos in their farmland. They are killing and attacking the Yoruba man in their farmland. And still, only Fulani man is defending the terrorists called Fulani headers across Nigeria. And they are the one that are playing dirty, dangerous political games across the country, and nobody asks them why. Then again, what about the wedding of AK-47 and AK-49 by Fulani headers, while Nigerian farmers only go to their farmland with machete? If they actually go with then gun, police, the soldier, will go on raiding and killing these farmers who are engaging in caution of the Fulani headers. They will not even go there to discriminate, but indiscriminately, they will be shooting both farmers, everybody. And if you have any security outfit guarding the forest or your farmland, the soldiers, the police will actually engage them on a bloody clash and make sure that they disalive or neutralize all of them. So what I'm saying is that the coming of Biafra, eruption of Biafra, is going to be very sacrosanct, and nobody is going to stop Biafra. Biafra has come. Many people that are campaigning against Biafra, against the, especially the southwestern Nigeria, they are doing in vain. Failure to work hard on emancipation of Oduduwa, they should stay and marry the Hausas, the Fulanis, while the Igbos very soon shall see the way from Nigerian nation, and Biafra will become stronger. Biafra must actually see the way from Nigeria, willy-nilly. Whether anybody likes it or not, Biafra is going. We are not interested in this part of the world anymore. Okay.
So forth. The Nigerian government, they are not ready because of the influence above them and influence beyond them. Before, I told you people about the influence from the Southeast politicians who never wanted Nnamdi Kanu to come out. And the world knows, I'm sorry to say this, the world knows that Nnamdi Kanu is a dangerous secessionist. What I mean by that is that if Nnamdi Kanu is determined that he is going to need Biafra to secession, or should I say a new recognition, because the country was declared before, okay, before the civil war happened. If Nnamdi Kanu really wants to do that with the way he was going, he will achieve it and nothing can stop him. And that is why so many people from around the world, especially people who are benefiting from Nigeria, they tag Nnamdi Kanu a dangerous secessionist. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. As you can see, the news headline: lawyer says prosecution of Nnamdi Kanu is no longer lawful, slams Nigerian government. Before now, I think a lot of people are aware that Nnamdi Kanu will be going to court on Friday this week. That is the 21st day of March 2025. So he will be going to face Justice Omotosho. Yeah, that is the name of the new judge assigned to Nnamdi Kanu. Now, one of the most controversial cases I've ever seen, okay? Well, I don't too much pay attention to the legal proceedings of other countries. But as far as I'm concerned, to the best of my knowledge, Nnamdi Kanu's trial is one of the most controversial cases I have ever seen. Because the federal government of Nigeria, they have done what they are not supposed to do, but kidnapping him. And the worst thing is that the same Supreme Court of that country has faulted government for doing all these things, so many things they did against Nnamdi Kanu. So, everywhere meaning lawyers are speaking forth because of the upcoming case, but that will not change what is going to happen. So what is going to happen will happen, because it is between the judge and what the judge knows and what influences the judge and what the judge wants to do. It is all about it, okay? So when I mean what influences the judge, it could be the federal government, it could be other forces, okay? Then it depends if the judge will do what is right or not. So I don't even have any probability of saying this will happen or that will happen. It's just to the, determination of the judge. Now, why is it that so many lawyers are beginning to speak forth now? Again, because of this case. This is because it has become an international embarrassment, okay? It's an international embarrassment. A lot of international bodies, including the United Nations, has recommended the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu, but yet nobody, cares to understand the consequences of the continuous incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, let us see what this lawyer is talking about. Now, it says human rights lawyer Barrister Christopher Chidera has criticized the Nigerian government's decision to restart the prosecution of Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, from scratch. He describes any attempt to prosecute Kanu under the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act of 2013 as legally indefensible, procedural improper, and morally unjustifiable. Now, if the federal government of Nigeria, for those of you that always say that the politicians are working to resolve this issue, they are working to do what is it called, political solution and so on and so forth. The Nigerian government, they are not ready because of the influence above them and influence beyond them. Before, I told you people about the influence from the Southeast politicians who never wanted Nnamdi Kanu to come out. And the world knows, I'm sorry to say this, the world knows that Nnamdi Kanu is a dangerous secessionist. What I mean by that is that if Nnamdi Kanu is determined that he is going to lead Biafra to secession, or should I say a new recognition, because the country was declared before, okay, before the civil war happened. If Nnamdi Kanu really wants to do that with the way he was going, he will achieve it and nothing can stop him. And that is why so many people from around the world, especially people who are benefiting from Nigeria, they tag Nnamdi Kanu a dangerous secessionist, a man who knows what to do about secession. A man who will not even carry a weapon against you, but you will see him as more dangerous than people who are carrying weapons. A man who can use his words to bring everything down, to stand still. So they see him as a very dangerous secessionist. And that is why Nigeria government, they are violating all the whole law, all the whole norms. Any law you can even come and think about, Nigeria government are violating it because of Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah. They are ready to paint their name black. They are ready to paint their name like this country is just a useless country, a shithole. They are ready to continue to violate the law because of just Nnamdi Kanu. But the question is, how long will they continue? Yes, that is the hope, because nothing lasts forever. Power will not also last forever. Let's continue to understand the position of this lawyer, Mr. Chidera. He says that Chidera urged the Tinubu administration to promptly engage in peaceful negotiation to resolve the matter amicably before midnight on Thursday, 28th March 2021. Why? Because on 21st is the date of the court proceeding. Okay. Now, he warned that failure to do so could lead to the exposure of high-profile corruption, systematic failure, and injustice within Nigeria's judicial system. Anyway, Nigeria, do they care? They don't care. They are bent to killing people who speak for, people who are speaking for it. If you say the truth, they come after you. When the referee to me wrote about Nigeria, judicial system, the corruption in it, they came against him, the whole powers that if not that people spoke and people stood for him, everybody rose up. That man could have been in detention up till now. Now, in a statement released over the weekend in Abuja, it was highlighted that Nnamdi Kanu case serves as a stark illustration of the vulnerabilities within the Nigerian legal and judicial system when faced with the relentless pursuit of justice and self-determination. The statement emphasized that the section of the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act of 2013, which the prosecution has relied upon, is no longer an active law in Nigeria. It further argued that attempting to proceed under a repeal status amount to a violation of the long-standing doctrine of stare decisis, a principle that upholds the consistency and integrity of the justice in common law system. Now, let me explain what this guy is saying, what this lawyer is saying. And that was what Tomo Yodeshewure said some time ago, that this Terrorism Amendment Act of 2013, something like that has been amended. The law they are using to charge him for this terrorism act when they shifted from treason does not exist. So the law is no longer existing, has been amended. So the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, everybody knows that it is not because of prosecution. They just want to keep him there. They just want to delay everything. They just want to see if this man could have change of mind. If we can weaken his morale. If we can make sure that this man does not, continue in high spirit that he is. But what they see every day is totally opposite. Because this same man, they have been keeping to demoralize. He will come to court and show them that he is a liar. He will show them that, no, I'm not being deterred with what you people are doing. He will also come to show them that, listen, Life is life, death is death. People who are even dead are not better than people who are alive because everyone living, even you watching me talking to you, we are all going to die. So that is another point where people who seriously understand this word see things. We all are going to die. So what is the sense of fear? Anyway, the article continues that it further argued that attempting to proceed under a repeal status amounts to a violation of the long-standing doctrine of shared. Okay, sorry, I've read that place. Okay, let me stop the article here because the article continues. Now, everybody understands what this man is saying. Because just imagine the judicial rascality that was going on, or should I say court process rascality, where after a judge we said, okay, since the defendant don't trust me, I think I have the right to recuse myself according to the law. So after doing that, it becomes legal. Now they still go back to tell the woman you must continue the case. So in every angle, every step that these people are taking, the world is seeing that these people are biased. These people, the process is fraudulent. Okay, the process of trying this man is fraudulent. And let's see what is going to happen on Friday. Thanks for listening.
Do you think your objective is achievable?
It is achievable because you would expect any dictatorial state, you would expect any backward banana republic, which Nigeria has become, to speak in exactly those terms. But what they have cleverly forgotten is that they are the instigators of separation. They are the ones making the polity ungovernable. They are the ones going about pillaging, killing, sacking villages and occupying them. They are the ones that have taken nepotism to a new and unbelievable level. They are the ones running Nigeria as if it is a private family business. They are the ones that have promised and sworn to bring Islam into Biafra land. They are the ones arming and equipping the 4 known terror groups you have in Nigeria to cause havoc and kill innocent people. We are not going to fold our hands and watch this continue to happen. The same set of circumstances obtained in 1966 when over 300,000 Biafrans were slaughtered in the north. That led to the declaration of the state of Biafra in 67. This time around we are far more prepared, far more knowledgeable, far more aware, and far more exposed to allow the same thing to happen to us again. They promised to Islamize and to colonize us, but we will not allow that to happen.
So let me ask you this. Recently, when Nigeria held elections, you made a proclamation about a support for one party or another. People say, if you want an independent state, why support a party to participate in an election that you don't believe in, that really undermines your objective of having an independent state of Biafra?
First of all, we are Democrats, and secondly, we did not advocate for the voting of any particular party. What we said very clearly is that the policies of APC, as championed by the cabal who are in charge in Abuja, is not sustainable and cannot be supported. We also wanted to demonstrate our ability to be flexible and more so to respond to the yearnings and aspirations of our elders who demanded and pleaded with us to allow the voting to go ahead. But what I can say to you is that voting in Nigeria, as you've well seen, thankfully you were there to observe it, is not only shambolic, but is an exercise in futility. Voting doesn't count in Nigeria. People voting in Nigeria is a wasted effort. All the ballot boxes, all the ballot papers, all the polling stations belonging to Biafrans in Lagos, for instance, Abuja, Kanu, Kaduna, and Zaria, were all destroyed during the election day, rendering it absolutely useless. What they have said to us is that we do not belong to Nigeria, we are not part of Nigeria. It is even a worse form of apartheid than what obtained in South Africa. Those are the conditions we are being forced to live under. Where the circumstances allowed us to participate, of course, we said we are lifting the boycott, but as you can see, regardless of what you do, the outcome is always predetermined. The Fulanis in the north will always write the results, and the army will enforce it, and the court will rubber stamp it, and that's where we are today.
Does your cause entail in engaging with the government to achieve your objective, or does that also entail picking up arms against the administration or the state of Nigeria?
Not at all. We are averse to picking up arms. We are not interested in armed struggle. We believe that ideologically and intellectually that this war can be won, and won very convincingly. Therefore, there will be no recourse to armed conflict. But in terms of dialogue, you can't say no to discussing with people. If they want to discuss the terms of separation, we are more than willing to accommodate them. But one thing is obvious. We are not going to stop until Biafra is restored. Our approach of civil disobedience and making sure that nothing functions that will benefit the central government in Nigeria continues unabated. We don't intend to slacken. We don't intend to retreat any iota. And believe you me, that Biafra will come in the not too distant future. I'm very confident of that.
What does the state of Biafra mean for the people of the land?
It is the kingdom of heaven upon the face of this very earth. What we have seen and continue to see since the creation of Nigeria is a level of backwardness and regression which nobody ever envisaged. Not even those that fought the British for independence could have foreseen what Nigeria would become in some decades down the line. What you're seeing is a new level of what I call primitivity in governance, a new level of poverty, a new level of backwardness, a new level of what they have done in essence is to destroy every fabric that sustains any modern viable democracy. By any stretch of the imagination, you couldn't possibly describe Nigeria as a civilized, viable country. All the places that I've been to touring the world, speaking to policymakers and influencers, have led me to believe that no one has any hope that Nigeria will survive. And I can assure you, it will not survive. With this reign of terrorism, this brutal repression of free speech, this clampdown on the very core tenets of democracy, that there is no way that the